I lied. There was no unforgettable luncheon. Welcome back to Make a Good Mega Man Level 3 stream. Last time we played a level that had more Donkey Kong than the current Melee scene. And we're about to continue Tier 9 through this journey of comestible materials. I was wondering what this broken truck was, and it turns out that it's themed. Not that it's just, you know, this restaurant is in a bad neighborhood. Mercury, weren't you at Tier 8? How'd you get over here? I guess you could move, but you're not supposed to be in two places at once. The great thing about being me is that I can attend a costume party and send myself a pizza at the same time. Asked and answered. I was looking forward to ordering from Neapolitan Man. Oh, what game was that from again? That sounds so familiar. No, wait, that was MaGMML3, I think, right? Yeah. Yeah, it was. Nice. They sent me away in horror when I asked for mine with extra cheese. What? Well, I'm guessing this is not exactly a pizza place. The Neapolitan was 4th place in MaGMML3. Yes. All right, cool. Yeah, it's been a minute, but I still remember that at the very least. That's a good. Now that's how you know something's memorable. If after 6 or 10, however many years it's been since I played that game, I still remember it. All right, step right up. My ice cream is made from the finest vanilla beans, cocoa beans, and strawberry beans. Strawberry beans? Yeah, why is the stall so beat up? Tell me. A highway robbery, to make a long story short. I see. I do have a new wafer wagon, but I wanted to keep this for sentimental reasons. That, and I'm still trying to convince the insurance company I'm not lying about how it ended up like this. Didn't know that Zero was so prone to explosive destruction. I'm that ice cream thief, and I thought shipping my new flavors at 3 a.m. would deter robbers. No, that just brings out the weirdos and all of the haunted ghosts from your phone. For you, it's on the house. Wow, thanks. Well, hold on. I think it was just on me. Wait, what happened there? Alright, cool. Different colors. Sweet. I bet that works a lot better as Mega Man. Oh. Hey, Hazard Woman. Quarantine Woman. Stand back. Routine health inspection in progress. So help me if ice cream is being served on customers instead of cones. I'm shutting this place down. Well, I have bad news for you. Oh, found the secret, of course. Oh, that's just the shortcut back. Excellent. Well, in the meantime, I can definitely explain my reaction to Quarantine Woman was actually like, I did not enjoy that stage from MaGMML3, I'll be completely honest. That was just a weird personal opinion where it's like, when I was playing that game, my sense of pacing was like going really quickly. And like anytime I would basically anytime I would try to go fast, the level would just suddenly hit me with something. Where it's like, oh, I try to drop down a ladder, actually just bam, it hits me with spikes. Like that kind of thing kept happening. It kind of stopped me from enjoying the level. And also the jump scares weren't fun for me either. That secret won't be relevant until post-game. 92 hours of playtime before it does anything. Excellent. For now, it's just a shortcut back. But for right now, an underwater adventure? Wow, indeed. Okay. 5 tokens. Ambitious. But, here we go.
There's nothing in here. I've cheated you. I've cheated all of you, and you didn't even notice.
Thanks, JonTron. That's funny. That's funny as hell. I like that a lot. That's probably the best way to address the very obvious, well, there's gotta be something to the left, without actually giving me anything to the left. Okay. Pretty standard water so far. Good use of underwater steam vents. Let's see. I'm feeling alright today. I'm feeling a little bit tired. Let's see. I just had a long inspection to do today at my job. Oh, I inspect labs for a living, and this one was just one that I knew would be kind of rough going into it, and it was pretty much just as rough as I thought it would be. You know, without spilling all of the beans, it's just there's a lot of routine things that we've addressed before that they haven't gotten around to. They're nice people, and they seem concerned about safety, but they also just don't have a whole lot of staff on hand, so It's conflicts of resources and all that. But yeah, it was certainly a long experience to go in there, and plus it's like a very specific kind of lab where it's a clean room, so like they try to prevent dust and particles and shit from actually getting into the air because they do such delicate syntheses. And as a result, you have to kind of suit up in this awkward and sweaty plastic suit anytime you want to walk in. It's not the most fun thing to do, not the best way I want to spend a Tuesday. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, I like the current here, but it's maybe a little bit difficult to do complex platforming and enemies against it. I guess Mega Man 11 did the same exact thing, so can't complain about it, but... Oh, I already missed a token. Huh. Alright, well, we'll come back to that. A national lab? Not that high up. I work at a university. I won't say which one, but I work at a university. This place that I inspected today is a little bit interesting because they're a part of the university proper, but they are also kind of like a, they do offer their services for like the greater city area. So it's not just people from our university. Okay, the water... Okay, I get that the water current doesn't have directions or, like, bubbles to show what direction it is, like in Mega Man 1, but, it would have been nice to have a courtesy of, like, an indicator where the water is going with all these different twists and turns, and, like, maybe how to expect things coming up. It's not a fatal flaw to this level, but it is... That's gotten me maybe once or twice so far, and I'm not thrilled about it. But that was a dead zone there for some reason? Okay, sure. Why are these things so aggressive? Like in... I swear in Centaur Man stage, those weird little gun head things were not nearly as aggressive as they were, as they are here. Okay, what are these little platforms? Just aesthetic? Okay. Okay, more aesthetic pipes. Tokens might actually be pretty well hidden in this level, all things considered. I'm surprised I'm not seeing more of them. Good choice of music, though. It's got a nice, you know, rhythm to it. Pretty good for its kind of rompy water level. Oh, there's one. They're extremely rare. Rare and Centaur Man stage, like two of them tops. Yeah, there are, but like they also just, I don't know. They go by so quickly that I guess they don't even cause any problems. Maybe it could also just be the fact that, like, when you're fighting them, they're almost all underwater anyways. So, like, just big open space to jump around and move. They're floaty. But here it's like they were underwater and they felt like they were, like, just really aggressive and wanting to stomp on me the whole time. IDK. Okay. Octobulb with a slightly different pattern. Okay, I didn't think it was... It was not necessary to make Octobulb harder. I mean, I guess you gotta make it more interesting than the original time, but... Or than the original appearance in Mega Man 10, but, like, this is a little bit much. Especially when these things are pretty... Little mini Octobulbs are very well positioned to get right in your way. Okay, at the very least, the lightning pattern isn't so confusing, so I can appreciate that about the level design, but also what just happened there is kind of exactly the problem with having these things running, or dropping from the ceiling on you. Like, they're going to hit you, and you're not going to have much chance to react to it. It's a Monkey Ball music, not sure which one. Fair. I was never... Fucking trucks. I was never a huge fan of the Monkey Ball series. It's too chaotic for me. That's more code word for a skill issue than anything else, but... Hey, come on. Stop dropping trucks on me. Okay. Awkward mini-boss out of the way. There could have been just a 1 or 2 stray bullets would have been sufficient. not an onslaught of wheelies. And now we're suddenly a Mega Man Game Boy? Okay. It's kind of a tonal shift. And also we're, you know, running on a 6-minute level clock at this point. Stage probably could have ended, but alright. Let's say the Octoboss at least had some... Okay, that was pretty cool to have the dolphin exactly pop up on that spot and jump up there. Okay. Don't need more dolphins. Thank you. Already have enough to deal with. Crane Tried Out didn't have so much backlog. It's kind of surprising that there... Oh, if you didn't have so much backlog, that's what you're saying. Never mind. I was about to say, like, it's surprising how there's so many Monkey Ball games, but then again, it's not. You just gotta update the game for the newer generation, and all of a sudden, wow, it prints money. I think it stretches a bit too long. Yeah, already getting that feel. Oh. Even if given the chance, I probably wouldn't be going for Monkey Ball. Racing games aren't really my thing. It would be like a fun, like almost rage bait stream idea, but outside of that, not really what I'm into. Right. The electric water seems like a fun gimmick to go with. Oh, that was like a frame-perfect Sniper Joe kill, nice. But, well, the way it's being used now, it's just another stage hazard. It's not exactly anything innovative. It could have just been damage spikes, essentially. I mean, it helps the theming, but that's really about all. Okay, well, that wasn't the solution. That's what game's getting more of a Marvel event. Yeah, I mean, it is. I think it's just one that's... I don't know. For some reason, there's something about Monkey Ball that doesn't click with me. And I probably wouldn't really want to give it a chance, even though I loved something like Marble Madness and like Hamster Ball when I was younger. Hamster Ball PC, I played maybe a little bit too much on the free trial version. So it's kind of surprising I don't really take to Monkey Ball very much, but what you gonna do? Okay, the damage is starting to feel a little bit high in this level as well. It's nice that they indicate the water's going to start rising. But, I mean, you know, there's kind of an obvious direction to go. You're gonna notice it eventually. Just start the water off a little bit lower. Oh my god, please just go grab the ladder. Missile Madness? Alright, sweet. I see. I've missed my opportunity. Well, hold on. Maybe not entirely. Can we save this? Alright, not super elegantly, but I think we have. Oh, crap. Holy shit, alright. Nice. Clearly you're doing this on purpose to make the level more exhilarating? Yeah, I mean, exactly. Anything for the entertainment. Anything for the bit. No reason to run on these treadmills? Alright. That's actually kind of neat. I find that it's an underused idea to make it so that these treadmills just actually impede your movement. Why do I keep getting hit by those things? They are not that hard to avoid. Okay, fine. Guess I shouldn't have held right there, but it's not like there was a way for me to have known that. What a sad way to die after clutching out a victory, though. bit of a slow screen, but a decent challenge nonetheless. And then, okay. I'm guessing this has something to do with the turtle shell. Or not. Okay, this thing is genuinely bouncing way too fast to actually handle. Alright, at least, okay, it was at least simple just killing out all the turtles, but still. Looks like a secret, just a wall. Okay. Right, yeah, no, that's a fun token and concept, but that is not a good place to be fighting that mini boss. Like, I mean, yes, it's good that they have the advantage against you, but that turtle bounces way too quickly to actually handle. And there's no good spot to actually sit and address it from, so not my favorite. Yeah, okay, it's only Break Dash that takes these things out. I thought it was, if there was anything else, just make the screen a little faster, a little more fun. Would have gone for that, but... Seeing what's saying Buster was fast. I was trying to find a spot like that, but couldn't really pin it down. Okay. This is very fast. The water here is very quick. I'm not sure that it presents a very fair challenge to actually get through. Okay, just get rid of this ice wall. I don't feel like dying again. I left well pretty well. Well, I guess I should have tried that, huh? Should have taken on the Kirby strategy, or the early Game Boy in general strategy. My bad. Oh, okay, ow, okay, my eyes. You don't need to flash me like that. It's not a good idea to do so. Error? Oh, error indeed. That's only barely licensed to Mega Man. And he gets me with the Dynaman weapon, alright. Oh, that is a funny subversion of expectations. I'll give it that. I don't know if Mega Man DOS is exactly going to put up much of a challenge. He doesn't exactly seem like it. Okay, Voltman, he's invincible. Oh, you bastard. That was perfect timing. Alright, stop doing the shielded enemy thing. Okay, not too bad. A little bit of a chaotic fight, but actually that's a pretty solid remix on, Mega Man DOS. Appreciate that. This game is officially Mooger Man. General Cubesque, 7 or higher. Sweet. Ah, that's adorable. That's an adorable rendition of Nightman. This giant-ass head. Alright. Well, there's still one token to find, but I mean, definitely thoughts on the level is just like... It started out fine as a water level. There's maybe some nitpicks about not being able to see the current, but... I mean, overall, it was still pretty fun. Yeah, nitpick about not being able to see the current, so it was still pretty fun. Although then, once we hit Octobulb, the challenge was just kind of unreasonable on that boss. It's kind of seemed very lucky to just slip past it all the time. Wasn't great design. And then going past that into the second half of the stage, it was very much like that took, like, this is a very long stage. There's no need for that second half, especially considering the electric water gimmick. While fun aesthetically and cool to mix with the dolphins come way too fast at you, and you really could have just been using damage spikes for most of the gimmick there anyways. So it wasn't really, all that stellar. Still climactic chase sequence though, and it actually worked on me, so I'll give it credit for that. So fun, fairly original, maybe could have used a little bit more fleshing out of its gimmick use and just condense it down a little bit. So I got through it faster than I did. I spent about 40 minutes on first playthrough. Really? That level did not feel like it was nearly that long for me. Like, to me, it just felt like, well, this is a standard, long Mega Man level. The level name is referencing a Sesame Street edutainment game? I have no idea. What is the name of said edutainment game? I'm gonna look for that last token real quick. Okay, so is there actually something actually here or no? I'm going to guess there actually isn't anything here, and is just a joke. Is it a repeatable joke? Because of any corruptions? I don't keep up to date entirely with my my Vinny lore, but it's a good place to learn things. I guess. I don't know why those are words that came out of my mouth. It's definitely not a good place to learn things. Wait a minute, I saw something glowing up there. Maybe I'll stockpile like one of the very first. Oh. Alright. What is the name of the game? Okay, alright, that's a decent hint that there's something up here. Leave me a trail of bolts. I like that. Hope I win for real this time. That's a well-hidden secret. I like that. The exact name on the N64. Alright, well, we could look it up. I could look it up eventually if I was that curious, but that was a cool, actually, first token. Okay, so what do the judges have to say? Underwater adventures in many ways an old constant, and this one, it's not great. The water section is largely just there. It's got some good moments, like the swim balls actually doing things, the first token, and the water currents before the first mid-boss. However, the endless pangs in the water current can get a bit annoying. True. The first gas vents are hard to see when your M422A is drawing your attention. What? More prominently, there's not a lot of checkpoints, makes the second token more frustrating than it's worth. Got it first try, skill issue mix, sorry. Ironically, the level doesn't come into its own until it stops trying to be an underwater adventure. The marine base is a better time. I wouldn't say that. The marine base has just far too much damage being thrown at you. Peladons and Beeries handle quite well, and Machine Gun Joe is fair encouragement for weapon use. The sheep conveyors are also great at keeping the player's interest. I'll say it did that pretty well. I like the fact that it just used the conveyors eventually as an obstacle, and then also made the chase sequence more interesting. The electrocuted water works really well with the Irukon and chase sequences. Wall Triad is either useless or aggravating. There's no middle ground. And that chase sequence that's in level peaks, yeah, that could have used to conclude right after that. The gameplay itself is a little boring. Final section, good grief. The number of Irukons are just plain irritating. Yeah, definitely. Bosses are a bit of a mixed bag. Kamagoro Maker is an effective mid-boss. A good optional challenge for goodies, though just an M-Tank seems a little small for a dual Kamagoro. I didn't even notice there was a reward in that screen. DOS Mega Man was a very unexpected ending, but not a tad jarring. Well, it might be unfitting. He offers a fun variety. Yeah, the octopus mini-boss. Kind of gross. Hammond's hitting your head while you're trying to climb platforms. That can be irking. First instance of sheep conveyors in the entire stage. It's not entirely fair. Yeah, I suppose I didn't even think about that, but that is true for game design, or the objective of this game's design. Platforms last for barely any time at all. That's the point I break out the Thunder Beam and tear this thing a new one. Well, the platforms barely last any time at all with the original boss too, so. Sword Thumb and otherwise fine set of bosses. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of the one unreasonable fight in that stage. That is Elmo's Letter Adventure or Elmo's Number Journey. Good titles. I mean, I guess they're for, like, preschoolers, but... it's definitely Letter Adventure, and yeah, the stockpile was from 11 years ago. Wow. Yeah, alright, that is old. I think maybe I have watched that Corruption stockpile at some point. That sounds familiar. It's like a weird point-and-click kind of, well, point-and-click in several segments kind of educational game. Kind of like the Mario Teaches whatever. Mario Teaches Numbers, Mario Education games. Let's see, not much sticks out to Shinryu. Stage's length, it's a little bit long, yeah. I typing Sesame search options to search first result. I mean, oh, yeah, certainly. Let's see, solo segments that feel like filler, don't amount to much beyond throwing a couple enemies your way. It's mainly because they briefly caught me by surprise. Wait, what? They were? The main parts of the first half that really stood out to me, the water current segments. They briefly caught me by surprise and are indicated by the... Oh, well, I guess the current direction. Yeah, it is slightly, but it's not... I mean, it'll indicate up or down, but not really left or right. Sounds like Gross saying, goddamn fucking. Nice. There's also the Octobulb Generator, which, to be fully honest here, not a fan of either of the mini-bosses that fully make up this thing. Yeah. Combination of them wasn't quite as bad as it could have been. Didn't exactly enjoy the fight either. Run on a bit longer than the standard Octoball fight. Yeah, that was noticeable. Constant respawning enemies is very tedious. Second half is better, more interesting gimmicks. Then as you dodge the Machine Gun Joe's bullets while trying to activate the list was rather fun. I don't think it was. I feel like Machine Gun Joe just shoots a little bit too long of a stream of bullets for that to have been a very, you know, a suitable challenge. Otherwise, it gets very precise on the timing. Nice in concept, but maybe not in execution. At least for me. Let's see. Bears, more like platforming obstacles is cool. I tried water sections would have been just as fine, but they often ended up being more annoying, thanks to all the Irricons. Second half is somewhat of a mixed bag of good and not so good segments. Boss is a good conclusion, at least. Stage is rough around the edges. But yeah, could become great. A little bit more polishing. An entry review. Wow. I hoped you would win. I have news then. Bad news then. You didn't win. Let's see. From official games. Yeah, a lot of enemies. It was very noticeable. I don't think I actually died to any spikes that entire level, so I don't exactly agree. My personal experience does not completely agree with the whole dying to tons of instant death, but there's probably a lot of it for a water level, yeah. Infinite spawning, yeah. Nurse Fender, not enough checkpoints. I think there were a fine number of checkpoints. The level could have just been shorter. Stages uses sheepman conveyors, clever setup. Okay, they like the Machine Gun Joes. I guess I'm in the minority here. The other redeeming part of the entry is a fight with Mega Man DOS. Funny twist on the whole copy robot deal, it was. And a reasonable fight. Nice. I'm gonna test myself. I died to a lot of instant death, hence the 40-minute first playthrough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I guess I've just gotten so used to having to fight Acid Man, or play through Acid Man stage, that's like, you know what, I'm just gonna ball and pretend the spikes just aren't there. And it tends to work out. Pardon me, but I believe you're looking for the Make 2 Good Mega Man Levels contest, which is down the hall. Now, hold on, Flashman. You might have an idea on your hands. What if we make a good Mega Man level contest where people have to submit 2 entries and the person with the best average wins? Think about it. Let's see. Radically different halves can work if there's a strong narrative, aesthetic, or gameplay connection. But yeah, a few recurring enemies and then just, wow. The first half is a fun romp, catchy music, funny secrets. Challenges gradually increase in difficulty and novelty. Kamagoro Maker, water spouts and rushing water are clever. Graphics are a curious mix of colors and textures with a few problems that could impact gameplay clarity. And multiple spike styles. You gotta update the spikes to work with the aesthetic. No visual cues for rushing water. I agree with that one. Octobulb is very, enemy spammy. Not great. Second half feels more professional. Agreed. Cheap man conveyors and do not adventure in me water. Or as we like to call it, death water. In multiple creative ways. High points include the introduction of the water. Theories, the rising water. Final stretch could have had a safer start. Don't jump off that ladder. Yeah, agreed. That would have gotten me 6 years ago. It gotten me very angry at that. And slightly slower rising and falling, plus it's over too quickly, thematically nonsensical as he may be, I love the boss. And thanks for skipping the intro on a retry. Yeah, it would have gotten a little annoying if Mega Man DOS was much harder and you had to go through the intro several times. Power-ups needed more between checkpoints than at checkpoints. Yeah, definitely. Just especially compensate for all the damage. And minor missing water collision around the M-Tank later. Flashing lights to use some restraint. Yeah, I didn't need to be blinded fighting Mega Man DOS. Together they compete against each other in levels true focus and theme. Yeah, they definitely clash. They do be good if it wasn't going to be almost assuredly hell for the devs and judges. Imagine double the amount of entries this contest got. Yeah, that's when you just have to start saying, like, look, there is a hard cap on the number of levels we're going to accept, and if you don't make it by this deadline, you just don't get into the game. Like, we're sorry, but, like, we can't handle a sudden influx of, like, here's, like, 50 late levels across 25 entrants. That's not going to work. Just have to cut it off and say, like, the first 100 people to submit something that is, like, serious wins. You can submit afterwards in case somebody, like, submits a gag and we have to disqualify them. But, like, otherwise, cut off. You gotta stop it at some point. Or even then, just, collect 100 levels from 50 entrants, and then if there's just people who are trolling, just say, well, we now have, like, 47 entrants left in the game or something. One notable story involves Leona later. He rather struggled with this part of the stage, a critically difficult level. Okay. For me, it wasn't incredibly difficult, but if it can take 40 minutes for some, that's fair enough of a statement. Incredible spikes in difficulty, figuratively and literally, Difficulties compounded by total lack of checkpoints. Pleasing, challenges were cool. Water Rising Tower is pretty fun, and as a whole, the tokens were pretty good challenges. The first one's a little harder to spot, but we like that, honestly. Beyond the difficulty, there are also several design issues. The water current direction is no indication. Yeah, agreed. Weird movement patterns. Nicely leads to the mid-boss, trying to avoid swearing. What you have taken was already one of the most hardest and unintuitive mid-bosses in Mega Man 10 and ramped it to the hecking insane levels. This is the first time the player has encountered the sheepman conveyor in the stage. Those who have not seen this before will have no idea. Agreed. Leona hadn't played Mega Man 10, so there we go. The Mega Man Veterans just looks like a normal conveyor meant to hamper movement, not an integral part of the boss fight, I suppose. I mean, it does just look like that, but once you are a Mega Man veteran, you know better. New inverted layout does not work. The spawn location of little Pachi-Pachis, no they don't. Fails belts on the sides, so the enemies do not spawn on top of you. In order to get off the belts, the player must jump off the conveyor belt right into the natural path of the spawns. Yep, got hit by that. Box not around for very long. Random positioning means I can drop on your head. Yeah, mid boss is a pain in the neck. double digits minutes and attempts using the Buster before giving up and using Thunder Beam, which bypasses the entire boss fight. Not quite sure what DOS Mega Man's doing here. And he has a few smaller issues himself, mostly the Blade Launcher and Force Field phases. I'm not sure how dodgeable those are in close quarters, and Force Field in particular comes out with no warning. The rest of the weapons are decent enough. Alright, well, simple enough stage. Simple as, moving forward. One good pitch Dr. Novick mentions doing a Make a Good remix level contest, taking the idea of making a robot stage and adding something new. I mean, yes, clearly a lot of people actually want to do that. Wanted to do that already for this contest, so if you just want to make it official, I think that would be great. Let's play just a food corp. There's something even darker at play here. Look over there, that hot dog cart. Can't you feel it? Sharpen your senses and you might one day. I've already warned you. What could possibly go wrong? For some reason, this hot dog cart makes you nervous. Is it going to pop out like a hot dog enemy at some point, or? Alright, cool. Ominous random hot dog. Whoa, hold on. Real shit? P-chip dispenser? This vending machine sells chips. Oh, but they're all pea flavored. That's a fat hell. Hyper-realistic hot dog. Yeah, indeed. It's FM... I didn't know it was FMV Friday. An ice cave in Russia. Ooh, poor timing on that one, buddy. But alright, I'll bite. Crash, you find this message, then you're in the right place. I have replaced your shoes with heavy traction boots that prevent you from sliding on ice. Translation, I wanted to use ice aesthetics without making a quote-unquote ice level. I'm abandoning you to the wolves of this great tundra. Go, my artificial child, and defeat the forces of evil. That's good enough for me, honestly. What was I gonna say? I had some idea before I got sidetracked by, level exposition. And I said, well, there's ice physics. Everyone liked that. Yeah, good old ice physics. Nothing beats that in a contest. Oh yeah, on the idea of, like, it'd be pretty cool to have a remix level contest, I feel like this has almost certainly been floated by before, and probably has not been done for a good reason. But, I'm gonna jump down this pit. Okay, it is just a pit. Make a good troll level contest? Like, I feel like there could be some real merit to that, to the people who just want to make insane troll levels, and just give them an outlet for it. We can't go... But you could have to judge things on, like, a, you know, scale of, like, instead of it necessarily being fun for the player, how entertaining is it? Is it still competently put together? You can do that. Do the aesthetics actually work with the, you know, trolls at hand? All these kinds of ideas. And also for design, you don't want to just make a level that's, like, 50 pop-up enemies in a row under a pit over 4 block-wide gaps. You want to have, you know, a little bit of that, but, like, also enough to kind of give it some variety, too, you know? There's definitely, the art of a troll level is one that can be appreciated. It would just be a giant pain in the ass to actually judge. It sounds like a disaster in the making. How would you even go about grading that? Well, that's how I envision it happening, at least. Requiring, you know, a little bit of a shifted perspective on how to actually think about what makes it good. And, you know, it has to be entertaining, it has to still be put together competently, there has to be variety. Side note, this feels weird for the token. Why do I just suddenly have to use, like, Magnet Beam once to get to it and get back from it? There's no reason for that. But anyways. Yeah, no, I mean, there's definitely good ways, like, you can tell, there are good troll levels. There's also terrible troll levels that are just, like, you know, hi, I threw together a bunch of spikes and, like, made you have to wade through them. Like, there's definitely good qualities to it. Oops. And at a certain point, you'd also still have to then... Feeling contests like that is just inviting a ton of bad actors. Yeah. Probably. But I mean, it's not like it's impossible, right? Like, there are, like, I watch Simple Flips a fair bit on YouTube, and, like, you know, he does, if you're familiar with the Vine Sauce crew, you probably know what he does, but, like, he does have, you know, for the VOD, I'll explain, like, he does do a lot of, you know, different Mario ROM hack competitions. And granted, it is a lot of people in his community that end up doing the submissions, so that kind of tempers insane, you know, bad actors from participating. But like, he's done like troll level competitions, several different themed Mario 64 competitions before, and like, you know, troll level was one of those themes at some point, and it still turned out fairly well. And there's a certain point where it's like, okay, well, this level just sucks. It's like, we're gonna give it a low score, or like, it's like, this is unplayably bad. We're just going to disqualify it. But people making levels are ingrained in the community, yeah. But it is also the thing, like, the people who would submit to something as obscure as a fan game competition for Mega Man, you know, they might, you could probably say that they're already pretty ingrained in at least a certain sub-community like this. Maybe not as literally ingrained into one as, you know, say a certain YouTuber's persona, but still. I feel like there's a way to do it without it being a complete disaster. How fun it would be, I mean, I don't know. Not so certain to just play on its own, but for the weird masochists out there, sure, why not? Plus, I mean, I thought that Cliff was going to come out a little bit faster. I mean, you know, as is evidence, there's so much you can actually use in the Mega Man toolkit for unique trolling aspects that, like, just, why not, right? Gotta give people that opportunity. Wasn't that a tiger before? No, that's on this screen. You think so? You should be pitching it to the devs? Yeah, I mean, one day, when I have more time on my hands. I mean, I don't necessarily, definitely the devs of this game, oh, I don't know if they would appreciate that. They've probably seen too much bullshit, but, you know, just spitballing ideas for no real good reason. Maybe something I take up in like 4 years, but certainly not now. Ooh, okay. Hey, that was creative. Actually making these enemies have a reason to have to drop down into the fight. Using the same enemy setup 3 times in a row got a little boring there, but... And the devs of all the previous MaGMML, so not sure who else to pitch it to. I mean, yeah, right. I don't know. I'm really more thinking in this abstract terms of like, say, learning to do the engine, getting tips on how to like do like a competition and judging rounds and stuff like that. It's not something I'm seriously considering like right now. That would be way too much for me to chew at the moment. Alright. Well, I mean, that was kind of a fun level. It used Chillman's gimmicks, Chillman's block gimmick pretty nicely. It used Chillman's block gimmick nicely. It only started to get creative with its, like, enemies encased in ice at the very end, which is a darn shame, because that could have had some real potential if mixed with the enemies that could, you know, release or break the ice blocks more. That could have been really cool, and I feel like that should have been developed a lot more in this stage. Instead, it took until like the final couple of screens for that to even appear as a possibility, and then the stage just kind of ended on a Gemini Man fight. So I think that's really the biggest thing that held this level back, because it's like, it is apparent that there's a cool gimmick to use here, but just did not actually take off in any way, and that is a damn shame. Otherwise, the level was functional, had, you know, decent platforming and enemy challenges, good ideas for, like, you know, timing challenges. It's fine otherwise, but it just kind of, it really missed that, you know, last little nugget of potential that it could have used. I saw without ice physics, I call false advertising. Indeed. cool gimmick. You're banned. Anyways, in all seriousness, no, this is a nice romp. We've got a good selection of enemies, a gimmick set with strong potential, a solid difficulty curve. And shield attacker and drop platforms are handled in particular. They don't always work, particularly in surprise shield attacker on a tiny platform. Well, thankfully that one didn't get me, but yeah, it definitely could have ended disastrously. The rest is underwhelming. There's an attempt, particularly with the chill blocks and frozen enemies. This tries too hard to be a safe experience. Yeah, agreed. It doesn't do anything crazy with it. The way they're taken out, ice is usually annoying, but looking through the level, there are no instances where ice physics would have been unreasonable. I feel like the level is missing something as a result. It hurts the level's memorability. It's not outright boring, but it's not something that sticks with me. Yeah, I'm kind of gonna forget about the level later. Good grief, the ice cave tiles animate too fast. Definitely gonna have that turned down for the game release. I'll have to watch that on Flashman's recordings. That sounds fun. Next level's name, you gotta do the voice for it. Alright. To be honest, I kind of wish the stage had ice physics. It probably would have made things a little bit more interesting that way. As it stands, there's really not a whole lot to this level. There's some decent uses of Shadow Man platforms. Oh, yeah, there were Shadow Man platforms in this level. Crazy. Those just completely kind of faded out in the last half, too. And they were not that interesting for the most part in the beginning. Like, I guess there was some decent timing shooting challenges with the ice blocks, but, like, those... yeah, wow, completely forgot they existed. Let's see. A few moments set aside, however, most of the other platform challenges are very basic, kind of boring. Being sent to free enemies trapped in ice is definitely the most noteworthy aspect, which sadly only shows up for a very small section. Agreed. Other than that, there's really not a whole lot else to mention here. The overall look of the stage is fine, it's technically stable, but the actual level design here left me wanting way more. Man, the disparity in scores from a 36 to a 73. It's just worry about, that's refreshing. I suppose that would make this less of an ice cave in Russia and more of a crystal cave in Russia. Decent level overall with a few clever setups, like the room using snowmen from below, waiting for Crystal Joe to be vulnerable. Occasionally where you need to jump to shoot enemies high up without breaking too many chill blocks under you. Yeah, but I don't know. Actually, we've seen that before, right? Like, it's not that creative. Little could use an extra checkpoint for the section near the end, though. The last section definitely gave me the most trouble. Yeah, can't say I noticed. When put an effort to do what this contest asks, there's a simple formula, and you've nailed it. Pick a handful of assets that make a reasonable amount of aesthetic and functional sense together. Introduce new challenges clearly and fairly. Ramp up the difficulty. Yes, all the basic things that a Mega Man level does. Like the narrative introduction, it sets the tone and provides an excuse for having icy graphics without ice physics. For a stretch, could be more intricate and resistant to Rush Jet, but it's a good warm-up. The animated snow goes a long way in keeping it interesting. The attention to detail with the one overhang blocking the snow from falling in the pit. Yeah, it was a fun aesthetic. It did make it kind of look like a secret to me, though. Fun, but needs some polish. Unlabeled bottomless pits and big openings near the hard edge of any screen are easily mistaken for alternate paths. Screen suggestions need a thorough review for safety. A couple power-ups would be nice. Interior's fun. Enemies in the Ice Cubes concepts developed a little more. Chill blocks have a chance to shine. The final stretch is the highlight level. Yeah, it was, but that could have been the whole level. Shadow platforms are used especially well. My favorite set must start over the Sumatran. Crystal Joe after crashing through a chill block. Awesome use of this often mishandled enemy. I can't even recognize the things you're talking about, Flashman. There is no memory of this level in my head already. He's tweaking. Generic Gemini Man could do something. Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, it really was like, here, someone made a standard Mega Man level, and this is it. But, you know, nothing special about it. IMO. Found that when I entered a boss door hoping for a mini boss. Finding the final boss and ending up disappointing the level was finished. It clearly affects well on the level. No, if there was a mini boss here, this level would have been taking way too long. That's not good. This level's masterful introductions. How the gimmicks combine. Yeah, I mean, I guess it does do a good job of, like, you know, taking things from before as well, but no, didn't really do it for me. More of a Shinryu opinion on this one. Falling crystals on the stage are used far better than either game they originated from. I mean, yeah, that's true. It's, I mean, they weren't used very well in Mega Man 5, so it's a pretty low bar. It is not without faults. While the work is well assembled, the fact that the entire inner cavern is the same animated block is very garish. Off footing on ice level with no ice physics. Yeah, agreed. Well to find out how ice levels work, a further push towards the crystal theme rather than an ice theme would have made this work better. Yeah, the difficulty didn't really get high there. There could have been something more to it. No effort in changing the boss, which could have been more interesting. I mean, hell, if you just give Gemini Man a slightly different room layout, like his attacks become way more interesting to dodge, and like the Gemini laser is literally going to bounce differently. Like do that, yeah. A couple more gimmicks. Gemini Man might have been the best choice of dev kit boss. Overall, the level shows that you do not need to create original assets to come with an original Mega Man experience. Fantastic job here. Yeah, I mean, you know, it is a Mega Man level, but still. Shin has admitted that he was pretty harsh with his judging and probably would have scored most of the levels much higher. Makes you wonder how placement order could happen, but so it goes. Yeah, well, you know, a lot of opinions can change over several years, right? And hell, I mean, not even just opinions, but just, you know, one's own personality and expectations, right? So, you know, it's a time capsule of what it was. So it's understandable. But, I don't know. I find Shinryu's kind of harshness is justified in most cases. I've never really felt that he was too off the money with being harsh about things. Or at least not in my mind. It doesn't stick out, at least. What's wrong with having an ice level without ice physics? Clearly Mega Man put on his best pair of ice cleats. He doesn't get ice cleats until Mega Man 12, actually. You just spoiled the cleat man boss. Oh, hey, Taco Man, what's up? You look a lot more depressed in your photo than you do on your avatar. I always interpreted his sprite to actually just look a little bit more like confused, maybe a little bit time with Stoned Man, but not exactly this kind of anguish face that he has going on here. Anyways, buy a taco or I'll make you listen to my song. Don't buy a taco. Right. Oh god, I forgot Taco Man had hell music. But it also, like, it kind of bangs. So I don't mind. Maybe when Shinryu scored my level of 30 instead of a 32. Those extra 2 points. Major decision. Hold on, I would have still liked to buy one. Alright, my first Mega Mix level exceed the mouth tab by Napkin Dictator. Alright, simple. Shout out to the composer Satan himself, true. He really been doing good work this season. Oh, there's a hole in the ceiling. I wonder if that's gonna come back into play later. Oh no, that's probably just how I teleported in. Well, points already for using this aesthetic. As exemplified by that one video I made on my gimmick inspiration, I do really like this aesthetic for some reason. Or this Wily stage for some reason. Not sure why. Also, why are the cannons so tanky? They are not that tanky in the original games. Not even close. No, the Taco Man music playing is just peak. Yeah, it kind of really sums up the MaGMML experience, doesn't it? From all the different walks of life that came together to make this game. Okay, death. Thought that would be death. Had to be sure. Oh no! It's gonna get me! It fucking got me. Okay, that... Stupid, dumb bastard hands. Can't play video games. Alright, a split path. I mean, I'll take the less secret one. Why not? Oh, your hubris. Damn hubris. It got in the way again. It always does. Oh well, anything for the bit. Alright. For once, I'll say this. This is a use of crazy cannons that doesn't make me want to fucking game end myself. I hate crazy cannons so much for Mega Man 2 because they're always just put in terrible places where they're immediately ready to shoot you the moment you get on screen. But this actually isn't so bad. They're usually just in places where it's more like a trap that you shouldn't go down there. So, like, it makes sense. They're just a punishment rather than a fact of life. Alright, thanks, Eddie. I wonder what was the other path. Oh, well, okay. I guess I could have dodged the crazy cannons, but come on. I'm trying to hold left whenever I get onto the screen here. Don't punish me for that. Alright. Okay, see, those cannons do have that problem of they are just way too slow to actually be effective. And I saw that coming. Why did I do that? That does move at light speed as soon as they appear. Yeah, it really doesn't help. Can't stand these little guys. Just one of the many reasons why Mega Man 2 is my least favorite NES title. Well, of Mega Man games. And then kind of having to jump directly into a crazy cannon. Not fun, but I guess I could have timed it better. Well, I kind of finessed myself into a soft lock here without special weapon use, so that's a problem. Oh yeah, this isn't the variant where I have to hit it in the head. I can just do this. It makes things way easier. I think if this was the Mega Man 6 variant, we could have actually had a much more interesting challenge. Have to hit it fewer times, but in the right spot. Okay, courtesy Yashichi, I'll take it. Oh, Gravity Man, hello. This is a slightly interesting Gravity Man fight. I'll give you that. I actually have to think. And try not to get dropped in the pit either. This is good. This is very good. I like this. It doesn't. The level didn't exactly scream Gravity Man at me earlier, but I'll take it. As far as a good reuse of dev kit assets. And I would say this is fairly a fair difficulty in that fight as well. That was not outrageously difficult, but also was not a snooze fest. Should be an honorary memory of the overused dev kit boss Royal Flush at this point. We kind of got that recognition. Ooh, Blue Devil, that looks cool. Kind of got that recognition by doing the gift shop, but you know, a little bit more tongue-in-cheek. He'll probably. Oh, right, I have cheats on. Whoopsie. Maybe I did have to go back and do a little bit of recording for the Aetherman level, but anyways, I did just want to see what the alternate path looked like before moving on. But yeah, I think definitely by the next Mega Man contest, maybe hell even referenced in episode 02, they might start saying, or they might start making jokes about Gravity Man being overused. Fire a big shot! Exactly. Did you know that difficulty illusion is a good aspect of level design? Oh, okay. I guess it wouldn't have killed me if I had not had God mode on. Oh, that was just a bonus. That was bonus. That was bonus as hell, guys. That was bonus. All right. Well, let's see. Fun level. Odd choice to make, like, of all the, really there were only 2 enemies that were super beefed up without, like, any even minor justification. The gear cannons from Ringman stage did not need to be that tanky. There was nothing to actually making them have that much health. Just made me spend more time killing them. So I'm not super crazy about that. And then having the walkers have more health, that at least has some justification to the difficulty aspect of actually having to do an endurance fight with them. So I don't really think that's too bad, but it was starting to get a little bit much as far as how much health they had to. Otherwise, like some of the other things, like having a gold cannon, it's like, okay, at the very least, the cannon is recolored, so I can expect it to have, like, different attributes. But, I mean, otherwise, it used the Brightman platforms fairly well. Like I mentioned earlier, it could have been cooler if the second walking tank mobile AT, whatever the hell that thing is called, from Mega Man 6 was used instead, so we actually had to use the platform a little bit more and, like, jump from its peak to shoot the cannon, or shoot the enemy, but, you know, overall, it used the Brightman platforms all right, and it had a very fun Gravity Man at the end there. I will remember the stage for that at the very least. But I guess there was maybe a little bit lack of wow factor in some aspects of it, and also at a certain point, like, the problem with using the Brightman platforms in a long screen like that is the same as it is in the original game. Whatever you put in there, you're probably just gonna zip by everything too fast for it to matter. Those gear cannons on the last screen with the Brightman platforms didn't even interact with me. Like, I had to jump over one of their bullets, but past that, I just, you know, completely left them in the dust. So, not great when you have things that are completely obsolete in your own game design, but, you know, inoffensive enough, still a fun level, enjoyed it, and then had a great conclusion to it. You know that in terms of water-based robot masters, Splash Woman is cool. Indeed. I feel like I've lost a few brain cells just from that name. Oh, Mick, you haven't been on the internet long enough. Behind the Terrible Name is a decent level, especially if this is actually your first. Main draw for me is how it uses Brightman's arcing platforms. Force beam rooms are more interesting than average. And it's also nice that they don't instantly murder you. Home game accept is great. Taking a drink of water. Yeah, the Dash Unlimited, it's a decent mid-boss, but like I already mentioned my complaints about that, or constructive criticisms. Fight with a Tachyon works surprisingly well. Yeah, I didn't feel the need to pull out weapons, so the reflect blocks didn't even cross my mind. Core weakness of this place is just a complete lack of wow factor. Yeah, there's a little bit. Outside of the Gravity Man, I think it lacks some wow factor too. I see you've played Diagonal Mario as well. That one dialogue box is anything to go by. Oh no, that's just, well, maybe it's very specific. But anyways, I was fully prepared for a troll level on seeing the name. Thankfully it wasn't the case, but it's a little rough around the edges. Let's see. Daunting and intimidating as the room and enemy layouts here look, this was a surprisingly easy stage to breeze through. Unfortunately, that also makes a lot of the segments pretty indistinct. Yeah, definitely. Well, okay, even the fact that the Force Beam segments are races to the finish, they're very easy races, so this doesn't really, you know, get my blood pumping. Not a lot of platforming challenges felt like they carried much weight. Basically face tank the final dash on the level with no repercussions since there's a Yoshichi in the boss corridor. That's a good point. Speaking of the boss, I appreciate the effort to try to make Gravity Man a bit harder. Execution doesn't really do a whole lot. No, I disagree. For the most part, you fight Gravity Man the same way as you always would. all in all, not a whole lot of this level really stood out to me in the long run. The ideas and gimmick combos are there. Trying to look back on it, just kind of blended together. This is the shortened name. The full name is My First Mega Mix Mega Man Level. Ooh, what's this? XD Gale of Darkness. A Lamau Dab. Sugoi! Kinda expecting a full-on joke level with the name, but for first level, surprisingly competently made, decent variety of challenges. Decent tiling job. Yeah, it does a good job of using that aesthetics, so I appreciated that. Kind of requires a bit of button mashing thanks to the increased enemy health pools. Yeah, it definitely did. It was noticeably a little annoying. Makes it a bit more threatening. Yeah, they're not. The cannons aren't really placed in the quick laser segment that much. Just breeze past them, like. She gave it a 69. Yeah, nice, indeed. I really like Gravity Man with the extra obstacles in the arena, which definitely made the fight more engaging. Hits are more for intimidation. Yeah, it's pretty hard to fall down those. You really have to be falling asleep to fall down those pits. That's a fair point. Okay. And A, so did Flashman. Double nice. Did you notice that introducing new concepts clearly in a controlled environment is a good aspect of level design? No? Seriously, that's a real question. Ooh, to you too. I get a strange vibe from this level between the title. Oh, it's kind of cursed to me that the dev text has a perfectly symmetrical uwu, while the level text does not have a perfectly symmetrical uwu. I get a strange vibe of this level between the title and the secret area. Feels like it's meant to be a joke, but then it's normal. Yep. Let's see. Power-ups for intervals, fun challenges. Well, I mentioned the title. Sympathy? Laughs? My friend? I can offer you neither. Alright. Flashman's starting to have some L takes in Tier 9. I'm not sure why. This is, like, come on. Don't put it down too much. It's dumb internet humor, sure, but it's one that I can get behind. Aforementioned normal design elements are things I expect from every level. They account for a good chunk of points. Nearly changed to be roughly the same difficulty. Unnecessary two-way transitions, some instances of wonky architecture. Yeah, it is an odd choice for Gravity Man, but at least it's functional. I sort of like that enemies have more health. Really? I mean, I guess it does make it so I actually have to bother with the cannons for a little bit longer. Don't just instantly Zorch them like I do in Mega Man 4, but I don't know, just adds to being tedious, if anything. Yeah, false expectations, that too. Especially when, in the level, you also recognize that you need to have a difference between the gold Mega Man 10 cannons and the green ones, and the expectation doesn't carry to any of the other enemies in the stage. Favoring the light-guided platforms that protect the end caps, even when the execution needs some tidying, the challenges are thoughtful. Better sense of identity. Yeah, that could also help. It would help. I mean, and yeah, the title could be a part of not having a great identity, agreed, but it's not that egregious. Okay, now I'll judge the level gave it a 69, but if it did, this level would have ended up in tier 12. Yeah, it would have been a little bit too underpowered. Let's see. I hate this. I hate the name. I hate its stupid face. You don't get to use uwu. Alright, just because you have that avatar doesn't mean that you get to dictate who does and who can't use uwu. Get out. Disqualified. Excluded. Banned for life. Burn it with fire. Oh, okay. I get what you mean. You definitely get to use, you definitely have the sole judgment of that. No seriousness, and levels generally above average. Offer some interesting play patterns, and choose not deal breakers, but do hold it back. Reasoning tiled. A little generic. Hearing wily themes, alright. The use of damage, force beam sidesteps, one issue could have run into, mainly removing forced suicides if the player's too slow, but also makes some of the challenges fairly non-existent. I think the right choice was made to use damaging beams rather than lethal, but could have done with some timing or layout tweaks. Many are just absurdly slow. Yeah, there was no pressure in actually dealing with the beams. Falling past draining lasers is such a non-threat that in testing I could just fall through every single one without running into danger of dying. A mixture of single-shot, higher damage lasers combined with the draining ones would give level some teeth. Yeah. Slices toward the end of the level is almost a guaranteed hit. Comes out of nowhere without warning, and usually when the players at the peak of a jump. I did get hit by that one, yes. And Brightman platforms, the Waveman mace is here. Not too difficult. Need to force the player to land on the platform here, though. It's way too easy to fall past it. Yup. And Gravity Man shows some thought, but to borrow a phrase he said in the secret room, gives a difficulty illusion. The fight ends up not so different from a vanilla fight outside of Face taking the mace once or twice. Not enough to swing the fight in Gravity Man's favor. But to be fair, it's a tricky fight to make something more interesting without straying into hot garbage design, so I'll applaud the effort. Yeah, agreed. Furry's gatekeeping uwu SMH. I know, right? Come on, it's 2024. You can't just own that entirely. Now VTubers exist, and they also have a lot of the uwu cards now. All right. I hope this isn't the preparation table, because it definitely looks like a chicken is about to be slaughtered on this table. I've never been so full in my life. Looks like 3 potato chips is my limit. Man, what a diet. My line of work, staying healthy is a must. For humans, it means watching their diet. At the same time, eating healthy costs a bundle. No, not really. I mean, I guess. It's less convenient, certainly. It takes a lot of time to cook healthy, but it's not that hard. Mick Wiley's, though, that's a funny name. Conundrum in it. It's why I don't envy humans one bit. For us, all eaten is about the flavor. And I say, pile on the chicken. The crispier, the better. I didn't realize we could canonically just eat organic human food. I thought the VTubers thing was the happening. Yeah, you know, we have our hats in we have our fingers in multiple different pies. I was complaining that I didn't know how to use that one dating app. You know the one. Right. Oh, because of the fire. Yeah. Now I've got a hot date. Oh god, I need to actually 1, get my soundboard ready for these streams. 2, get the tis ready, because that was terrible. You still can't get a campfire going. Just sing your campfire song, your CAMPFIRESONG song. Put your food on my head and I'll cook it for you. Aw, that's very nice of you, fireman. What a good win. The food pyramid. Oh, that's so good. Oh, the background details are so good in this game. Holy shit, especially this area. I love it. I definitely did not think you were going to say pies. You know, bag of secrets. You never know what you're gonna get. Fucking freezer. Okay. Thematic. What? Kind of a ominous music? Just hearing a dull tone right now. I gotta say, I'm a little bit scared. Of ice levels this year's 3rd one. Yeah, it's an odd trend. At least one of the ice levels could also be categorized as a fire level. Okay. I guess the music's just never going to pick up. That's very strange. I'm guessing either something went wrong on my end or something went wrong on their end. I guess I'll fight the giant squid. Okay, it has a giant blind spot too, so. Whoa. That's nauseating. Ugh. It's an avant-garde kind of Mega Man stage. Yeah, look, if the level takes exactly 4 minutes and 16 seconds to complete, then we could have been onto something there. But then the music just kicked in and ruined this joke, so. Gotta say though, kicks in good though. This is good music. It's just the intro just lasts a little bit too long for that musical build up to really work, in my opinion. That's gotta be just a pit down there. I'm not gonna bother. Okay, I fucked that up entirely. I realized once I jumped on that block that I probably should have just came at it from the top, but fish in one hand, spit in the other, you know. Ice Wall, ironically effective. Not sure if it's sourced from anything or an original. Mini Macro does compose a lot of music, so it could be either. Good to know. I mean, if it shows up in the MaGMML original soundtrack uploaded to YouTube, then we could probably get a good answer from that. But otherwise, yeah. Certainly a mystery for now. Because definitely it's been kind of a... Oh, that actually is the path to progress down there. Okay. It's been a minor pain to do video editing and then have to realize that whatever soundtrack I'm trying to look up is not from the original, is not original to this game, and it's like, okay, well, now I have to spend forever trying to find it. I was dreading that doing the, when it came time to do the Arcane Man edit, because I thought it was going to take me forever to search through all the game's catalogs just to get the background music I ultimately ended up using for the supercut. But thankfully, I was able to just, like, first try, start from the back of the list of credits given within the level, and just so happened that that anime OST was exactly the one I was looking for. Alright. Oh, okay, that wasn't just a missing block. Okay, stupid way to die, but I guess that's what it's intended to do. I'll say. So, cool use of chill blocks so far, with having to not only first like drop it down to you know, use the block to make a slidable platform, but now we also have good combination of enemies with it. Okay, so I'm guessing I probably want to take the above path. Oh, I fucked that up. All right, reset it. There's a lot of time. Go to Idle Woman in the sound test in the hotel. Wait a minute. In the hotel, use sound. That's the sound test of the game? Oh my god, I feel so stupid for not having actually realized that. I was thinking, oh man, there's got to be a sound test somewhere in this game, right? It was in MaGMML3, but I was like, I just completely forgot about like her in the hub. Like it was something I wasn't even thinking of. Well, thankfully, that's going to save me a ton of time when I have to go back and record stuff now, so thank you for that. Sometimes I wonder what you'd do without me. I don't know either. Truly the mega to my man, if that even makes a lick of sense. Yeah, it's certainly on brand for me though at this point. Over/underthinking things that really should not be that hard, and here I am instead, like teleporting into Arcane Man stage with cheats on. That way I can then just stand and idle and record the version of the theme song used in that stage. The rock to you, man. Yeah, it works too. And I get it. Rocks, anchoring, all that stuff. What a comedic duo we make. Alright, strangely another level that decides to use tanky gear cannons. Although these are literally invincible, so slightly different. It's tiny big eye, that's nice. The level's music is giving me like slight Metal Gear Solid MSX vibes, which I really, really fuck with. Ooh, and then we get to go outside again. Sweet. Blue Crash Man! How dare you? I'm the only blue crash that's allowed around here. Good musical intro. Okay. Certified bro moment could also use a highlight. Yeah. All-powerful blue Crash Man with 29 health. Yeah, I have admittedly seen this Joker on the wiki when looking up extra sprites to add for the, you know, my streamer layout here. but I avoided seeing anything, and it literally just is Blue Crash Man with 29 health. There's nothing extra to this fight, huh? In fact, there is so little extra to this fight. Let's look for a weakness to speed it up. That'll work. Okay, kind of a strange anticlimax to the level, but I mean, I guess not one that really ruins the experience. It's just like, you know, if you're gonna use a stock boss, why use Crash Man with 29 health? It's a decent joke to give you a nice opening musical stinger, but like, it kind of doesn't fit with the level, like, really at all. And then Crash Man's one of the easiest fights in all of Mega Man history, so not a strong conclusion. Later today, we have to face Green Crash Man with 29.9 health, or Purple Crash Man with 29.99 health, or gasp, Rainbow Crash Man with 30 health? Unimaginable. Yeah, I mean, there was competent design there. Another, coincidentally, decent use of the Chill Man ice blocks and the gear cannons. Really just a mashup of the previous two levels, which is a very weird coincidence. But again, overall, it didn't stand out to me with too much. I mean, I guess it did stand out with it did use the ice block slightly better than the stage before it. So I'll give it that. But I don't know. Otherwise, kind of blended right in with my the rest of my Mega Man experience so far. Oh yeah, and then the very weird first screen of complete near silence, which was just intimidating. Yeah, strange way to start the level. At least a smart way to do things. Actual music started right up when the humming was getting grating. More interesting than most ice levels, the gimmick set is standard fare, but I enjoyed the use of ice block puzzles without outright relying on Chillman's pick enemies. There's only a few scattered around here. Speaking of which, the primary enemies aren't very ice heavy, relying more on text wall blasters and invincibility. Yeah, I guess that is kind of strange that it does go against the level's theming a little bit. It is just generic enemies. I mean, they work well for the challenges made, but they are kind of, you know, nondescript. Wall blasters, however, are a bit too random for invincibility to work, especially since the use of ice blocks makes it much harder to use a shield against them. I don't know. Oh, well, yeah, I guess if you wanted to use water shield, yeah, then that really makes the challenge impossible. But who uses water shield? Everything beats that. Aside of that, the level's primary weakness is a flawed difficulty curve. Runs together in my head. Yeah, true. Levels on a cinema boat. The first swallow egg is the only time you fight two at once, and the second to last pen is complete non-issue. Yeah. Fortunately, the level has fun tokens, even if the transition after Iceman's a little awkward. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, hold on, we fought Iceman this level. That would have been a way better conclusion to this. I mean, it was a pretty well, I mean, you know, it was mostly just Iceman, but they have some of the extra spikes and all that. Could have made for a more interesting Iceman fight. At least certainly more than Blue Crash Man. Why is his intro O Fortuna? Why does it make him invincible? Why does a Blue Crash Man get a fancy intro? Why does he have 29 hit points? These decisions fill me with questions. It's at least it's like very aggressive marketing. It's like, you're going to remember this level for this one weird Crash Man I put in there, whether you like it or not. One of my favorites, in addition to being one of Flashman's favorites, but it is an acquired taste. Well, I usually trust Flashman's judgment, although it has been a little off this tier, so, you know. I will reserve a good amount of excitement for it. The invincible wall blaster, 2 ice blocks, and attack at the bottom of the screen is the prime example. Some difficulty spikes are kind of noticeable, yeah. Someone fall victim to this as well, mainly thanks to swallow eggs appearing near this important jumps. Yeah, they were kind of just appearing in inconvenient spots. Pen generated at the end of the second one's especially annoying since it can easily blindside you. Aside from that, there's not a whole lot else to say here. The other rooms aren't exactly challenging, but they're still somewhat engaging. I also appreciate that you can reset most of the rooms if you happen to mess up. Yeah, it's a shame that that outside background goes completely away just to go into a cave. And that until you fight Blue Crash Man with 29 health. Rather odd issue happened to me at one point during it. We're dying in that section, caused the background ambience to stop until I reached the cave section. Oh, no, that wasn't an issue. I guess it was a separate issue. Anyways. Of course, this isn't the only music-related oddity here. Blue Crash Man's intro has you waiting. So enjoy... Well, you do usually enjoy themed music cues. I don't think so was necessary. I mean, yeah. But, again, you gotta make your level memorable somehow. Odd ending to a very mixed stage. Freeze level, simply. I'm getting a sense of deja vu with the gimmick usage in this one. Odd at the beginning. Okay, that is... Unless that is a sneaky post-judging comment, that is even crazier that that is a comment that Patchy made, considering that, yeah, we're also getting deja vu with the gimmick usage. Wild coincidences. Odd at the beginning does not have any music. Yeah, I thought it was weird. Showman blocks are used here for platforming as well as puzzles. Crossfire walls laying around is also pretty funny. The fact that you still take damage if you're only casually walking into them as opposed to crashing into them in the original context. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is very strange. I got hit by those and I was like, huh? But I guess it's just how, you know, enemy placement has to work. I guess you could have programmed to do 0 damage, but... Digression aside. Tiny Big Tiny Eye. Out of nowhere, who dies in one hit. Silly. And then there was the normal size Big Eye that died in at least one charge shot. The rest of the turrets are actually made threatening for once. They're also manipulatable with their angle. Make use of the blind spots. Some of the rooms can be bullet heavy. Not bully heavy. This isn't Super Mario 64. Standard Crash Man fight. Yep. Questionable choices and lackluster polish cool my enthusiasm toward this otherwise decent level. The awkward sound design, prolonged awkward silence during normal gameplay. Yeah, it is odd. Fairly audible boss music, the layout, the crowded architecture, important objects hidden behind the health bar, split paths to who knows where, and a trapped Big Eye hinting at a secret path that doesn't exist. It's the unexpected, nauseating camera shift and the lack of a checkpoint right as the music kicks in. It's the inexplicable use of resized enemies. They're funny, but they don't mesh with the look or feel of the level. Yeah, they definitely don't. Like, if you wanted to throw one mini Big Eye in with, like, the small jumping enemies from Chill Man stage, that could have been fun. Then it's like, oh, wait, this one guy doesn't quite belong, but he's doing the same job. I don't know if I call it a walk-in freezer, but the level certainly feels cold thanks to well-themed assets, eye-catching background detail, chill blocks are used thoughtfully in a good variety of situations. Ice span satisfyingly tricky, slippery Crash Man would be fine if not for the interminable, unnecessary invincibility. Chocolate pillars don't really add much. Most enemies could stand to have a safer, more deliberate introduction. Where Pen explodes upon spawning. Yeah. Kind of a forced difficulty. Yeah, agreed. I don't really enjoy all the invincible enemies, but I mean, I guess they were used well. You just need to have an obstacle, and so I guess you just make the enemy invincible. Special weapons are often useless or a liability due to chill blocks, and the only reliable strategy is to rush through before anything starts firing. I mean, that's generally my way of playing anyways, so I can't say I complain about it. Tier challenges can be arranged for a smoother difficulty progression. Second wall blaster setups on the cusp of spam. Had thought put into them. Just the right level. Just the right length. Agreed. I didn't feel like that was out wearing its welcome. With some adjustments, could be a real crowd freezer. Pleaser. This was a tiny Big Tiny Eye instead of a number 27 Big Eye. Don't want the Mega Man enemies stealing all my monsters. Never mind, Big Eye's number 11. Our Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge is failing me. Again, it's okay. You could have gotten that right past me. So it doesn't count. Certainly the odd little stage, creative setups. Frostman melts seem a little pointless. Yeah, they do. They don't really add too much. Like, there's not even the hazard of, well, you have to shoot them without shooting the chill man blocks, but... Here's the odd enemy that just added nothing to the stage as well as the big eyes. Okay. Backwards the difficulty curve is, the easier portion of the stage. Particularly the chill man blocks are much trickier than the end game. The level just sort of peters out. Enjoyed the earlier chill block puzzles. The level did offer enough safety nets. Crashman himself. Well, the joke there was funny the first time, but after dying? It should have skipped the cutscene straight to the boss fight. That is agreeable, but also, dying? The Crashman. Really. Overall, the stage is solid. It's a real shame the difficulty gets a little thought put into it. Yeah, could have used some more polish, but fine enough. Disappointed in myself for not remembering. I must post it so past me knows how much of a fool he is. And, well, I guess the record will be forever here. Let the record show that Grimspecs was a fool 5 minutes ago. Two minutes ago. Time is an illusion. I wanted to crush the next simulation, but it crushed me. Maybe I should read this in the Frostman voice. I don't know if I could do the Frostman voice without actually being completely and wildly offensive, actually. I wanted to crush the next simulation, but it crushed me. I tried for an hour, and then my processor overheated. I'm gonna go back to the last simulation to cool down. I like that place. Oh, okay, so there are little favorite icons. You weren't kidding when he said it was literally his favorite. I was kind of disappointed that there weren't like the least favorite icons from the first, from MaGMML3. I really enjoyed seeing which levels like a judge absolutely just hated the most. But it's at least nice to also see that like they have, you know, favorites here. So at least one of those halves are there. One of Riley's room of weapons. All right, sweet. Uh-oh. That's very interesting. They managed to get a favorite on a level they also get to skip. Huh. Those token puzzles, hard, complex, itchy token puzzles. Yarg. Yarg. They make my diodes wriggle. I thought I could get some back here and get the tokens from the area to the left, but just look, more puzzles. Oh no, the puzzle of getting rid of a block. I was worried about injuring myself, but I should have been worried about this splitting headache. All from those difficult puzzles. I can't even figure them out, even with the hints. This is even harder because I skipped the weapon tutorials at the hotel. No, thankfully I did those. Can you blame me? I tried break dash once. The enemy stayed put. I went flying across the room in pieces. Level doesn't have many screens, but you might spend over an hour trying to solve the puzzles without a guide. There's an easier solution to beating each room, but you'll need to find the harder solution if you want the token. Finding anything is tough for me, but I always get in it eventually, unlike poor Itchman over there. Alright, I'm down for... Hey, I already talked to you. Can't find my keys, man. Don't hog the spotlight. I think they wanted to do away with the least favorites not to come as condescending. Okay with that, since the judge poachers usually do a good job enough. Yeah, I could see why. Like, it makes total sense. It is maybe nice to get the confirmation, but I mean, like, it becomes obvious which levels are people's least favorite anyways. Like, we all know that, I'm pretty sure A-Spark's least favorite is Food Man, and, for this time around. And then also, like, it probably does end up being towards, like, you know, how MaGMML3 had 4 of the 5 judges' least favorite level was all just, like, one of the lowest tier levels in Tier 2, Tier 2, I believe. So, it's not like the least favorites are exactly going to be all that varied. Cough, cough, Hunter Tower. Yeah. Welcome, Crash. I've prepared a special surprise for you. 5 devious puzzle rooms. What sort of puzzles? I'm dying to see you struggle with my puzzles. I'll get straight to the point. In each room, my minions drop special weapons. If you pick up a weapon, you can only use that one until you get another. Okay. Find your way to the exit in all 5 rooms and you escape. That's unlikely. I designed these rooms after all. Still, if you beg hard enough, I might offer you a hint. Pay a visit to the Wily box next to each teleporter and give me your finest groveling. And what about the tokens? I didn't put those in there. I don't think they're possible to get. You couldn't reach them unless you came up with entirely new solutions to the rooms. So I designed the rooms. That's clearly impossible. Don't waste the time trying to get them. Don't ask me for advice on them either. I'll only be able to tell you why they aren't possible to get. Certainly wouldn't let key details of the actual solution slip through while telling you that. Okay, you don't have to start with this room, but it would be best if you did, or if you would come over to beg your help. I don't need this. Alright, let's give it a go. Okay, so we start off with just Crash Blast. Ready to give up, go to the teleporter. Okay. Another interesting coincidence, this the second level in the series that's a judge favorite that got a skip teleporter. The first was Flashman's own Maze of Death from MaGMML3. Oh yeah, I think I remember that. That is fun to have it be parallel in that manner. Okay. Well, let's see here. I can probably skip out on getting rid of all these. Uh-oh, it's gonna... Okay, this version doesn't deafen me. Yay! I was so ready for this version to just absolutely blow out my eardrums like the normal beery enemy here. Alright, well... I kind of have to take out this guy so I can then get this. And then get this. Alright, if I was able to get up there with Laser Trident... But it doesn't... Okay, but the enemies don't respawn. Good to know. I have to test out the rules. Okay, so I need to get the ice wall to get through here. I'm pretty sure... Okay, no, I can break this with ice wall. It's just a little bit of a long trek to do so. I'm just hit me. Yeah, exactly. Didn't want to take too long on that. Might as well blow that up. Get this one out of the way. You can use the retry option to pause menu to reset the room. Saves on time. Good point. Oh, okay. Just for an E-Tank. Okay, so the token's up there. We know that. I need Spark Chaser to get to it and exit the room as well. Anything else I have to use Laser Trident for? Before I go blowing up anybody else? Okay, so I need to be able to use Break Dash to get through there. I imagine that's probably what the drill guy owns down there. But I also no longer have... Or, well, no, I can get Elect Beam. And that'll give me the Water Shield. Okay. Make sure not to kill that thing immediately. Alright, well, I enjoy this as a concept. It's just simple enough to go ahead and grab some tokens and such. Okay, bit of an awkward room to start me off in. I'm trying to figure it out, and then suddenly I'm stuck between a conveyor belt and a magnet, a magfly. Okay, so... Which of the... Okay, the magfly's probably gonna give me Magnet Shockwave. Then this thing is probably gonna give me the Spark Chaser to get out of here. This one will certainly give me Tornado Blow, which is how I'm meant to probably get the other ones. But if I get Tornado Blow, that's probably my answer to actually grabbing token at the end of this. So what I need to do is just kill the Magfly without bothering to get Tornado Blow, I think. Huh, okay, so it's immune to that. I think Fragile Man maybe gave me a hint. No? Okay, can't do anything creative with this. I mean, Huh. Somehow I would have to take him out. Oh, these don't even hurt? They just push me. No, they're just weird, janky, and confusing. Okay. Probably would have been able to... Maybe I could kill the Magfly with a different weapon. So for right now, I guess I'll just do it the intended way. Yeah, right. So I need to come back in here with the Tornado Blow. You didn't really need it, but let's try it on your own. Yeah. I can take a couple more moments to try and figure this one out. So yeah, it's not really necessary to come up here. Or is it? I mean, potentially having a Lek Beam to blast things in this room would be nice, but then how would I get up here without the help of this platform enemy? Because I would also still need Laser Triton then to then even make it past the gate. Well, no, I mean, I guess, technically speaking, I could also, theoretically, I could also do it with a Lek Beam hitting the switch from below, and switch the gate, but then I wouldn't actually have it for the next room. If I kill this in the opposite order, I could still get rid of the Thunder Beam block. Obviously need to get the Laser Triton to get through it. I could maybe just leave it behind here? Yeah, I guess I could just leave this behind, because I could just use... I'm pretty sure I could actually just use Water Shield and shoot it to actually kill from afar. I'll just leave you here. Alright, and then making sure I need to kill you so I can get Water Shield. Okay, I don't think it... Okay, so it didn't die to Water Shield last time. It died to hitting the wall. It died to hitting the wall. That makes things tricky. No way to get these guys on screen. Going too early. I can get the Lek Beam now, but to what effect? Oh, but what if... Oh, God. That's like such an obscure... That's probably really obscure. If I electrify that block, I think that actually works as it becomes a death wall for the enemy. Alright, I don't... Come on, I don't need Ice Wall to do this to me. Not now. Oh, I mean, even then, though, I'm going to be getting rid of the Lek Beam that I need. Oh, but maybe Water Shield would be able to help? I mean, it's not exactly clear which weapons are actually going to work against which enemies. But I do need to grab the Laser Triton, though. Okay, I'm really fucking up the Ice Wall usage here. But I definitely do need the Laser Triton to move on at all, so... Gotta do that. Once you overthink other things in this contest, this should be quite interesting. Yeah, somehow this will be the one level where my brain actually just completely turns off and, like, I'm like, man, I don't know how to do this, and, like, Crash is just staring, like, literally right at the solution. It's just something I never bothered to try, and be like, well, why would somebody try that? Let's see if this theory holds water. Okay, so that doesn't actually turn into death in any capacity. Huh. They let you take me on a ride, doesn't do anything interesting. Although, I can't fire my weapon. That's odd. You could see that the, I'm pressing the button to actually shoot, but nothing's happening. Looks like I found another bug. Hooray! All right, let's go and reference Wily's hint machine. And it's teleport to go back to the main room. Okay. What you got for me, Wily? Can't get the token. Of course you can't. Design the room so you can only find a single path forward. You're doomed to fail from the moment you took your first weapon. Oh, I guess that's the hint. Don't take Ice Wall first. Anything else I could do from here? Ow. I mean, I have to take Ice Wall first. Do I happen to keep it for some reason by the time I leave? No, right? Yeah, no, that would be weird if I had... Oh no, I do keep Ice Wall by the time I come out. Okay. Alright, well... Oh, but then it resets me the moment I get into the room. Okay. That doesn't actually do anything for me. Yeah, if I could have exited with whatever weapon that I wanted, that could have really changed the game. Well, that's not the best for understanding the solution. That's why you hear things get too confusing. Alright, yeah, I guess Wily did say that he was completely going to make the level too obscure to play, so... Okay, so I can... Okay, so I can still use him as a platform in this aspect. That's nice to know. Not sure if it's exactly practical. Yeah, tokens with hints aren't helpful. Didn't mean to do that, but at the very least, no, right, that's always the problem. I can't come back for the Thunder Beam because I have to actually be able to go down there and grab the Break Dash. Changing that up there doesn't really do anything. Shooting this doesn't do anything, as we found. Any weapon I don't have to get in the front? I mean, I literally have to get Laser Trident. Huh. All right, I'll take a hint at this point. I gotta say, already stumped. So this is I might be on the side of the other judges a little bit on this one if this is how it's already gonna start. Try to the Thunder Beam enemy while you have Water Shield. Oh. Yeah, that would work. Yeah, you're right. That makes complete sense. Oh, that's oh, damn it. Oh, I feel like I could have thought of that if I'd just taken more time. Oh well. It's just that this is gonna feel a lot like Baba Is You now, isn't it, huh? Because that was another game where it was like, I felt so stupid the moment I looked up anything for that game. I mean by acquired taste. No, it's not even, like... I see what you mean. It's not even though, like, I feel like, I guess it's... now that I know the solution, it's definitely not in bad taste. It's, oh my god, I'm dumb. I can't believe I didn't see that. Now I feel bad for asking for a hint. Water Shield, can you please? Thank you. I mean, I say I feel bad. It's not like I'm going to not live this down forever, but it's the same feeling, whereas, like I mentioned, if I played Baba as you, it's like, oh my god, this is so easy now that I know the solution. Why would I have ever looked this up? It generally took days to complete this, so it's definitely not for everyone. I could see that. These are big brain teasers. I'm starting to see the confidence disappears. The rooms prove too much to be for your simple mind. Yeah, alright. Alright, Wiley, you're not entirely wrong on this one. Okay, so we got magnets again. What's the token objective? Okay, the token objective is grab that key, come back here with break dash in order to both get out and have the key. So if I need to hold on to break dash until the very end here. Well, it seems like if I had break dash, I could just walk from end to end, but I'm guessing that I'm probably going to need magnet shockwave, yes, to get break dash, so that's going to complicate things. If I have... I didn't quite pay enough attention, so I will just test this out right now. If I have the ice wall out and then pick up something else, will it stay? Okay, the ice wall does not stay. So that's unfortunate. I mean, I'm going to have to restart this anyways, now that I kind of completely borked the opportunity to actually get the ice wall out of the way. Ice wall block out of the way, but alright. Well, off the topic of the puzzle, very, very good choice for music on this. I always thought this was a sleeper hit of Mega Man 8, and to actually be able to use it in this puzzle context is fantastic. Alright, need more water, I think, here. Okay, so. Alright, so getting Ice Wall actually was completely unnecessary to solve the puzzle. At least it seems like it, because I could just jump up here, hit the switch, and I wouldn't have to worry about being able to get up. And that Ice Wall block doesn't really block off anything, although I guess it probably prevents... I guess I probably need to, so that way this thing has something to run into. Awful experience from what I want. Yeah. Yeah, thankfully, your mileage varies depending on how awful of a time you have with that level. I certainly had a horrible time the first time I played through it, but I got used to it afterwards. Okay, so I don't necessarily need to acquire Ice Wall right now. If I had Ice Wall, it would help me platform up. If I had Ice Wall, it'd help me platform back over here to grab the key. Magfly, you want to work a little faster? Okay, it's based off jump in this one. Give a small hint. I'll wait for a little bit. I haven't even started shooting things yet, so... Ow. Right, so I would need... But I need Magnetic Shockwave to release that thing. I mean, if I just let this thing roam... I mean, obviously this block also has something to do with it. I'm going to want the blue switch up. Oh, okay, so I can let it free from here. Can I kill this thing? Okay, no, it's completely invincible. Alright. Let the magfly go. Now we got you bouncing around. I could probably use it to get up here. Turn it off and trap these two idiots down there. I could maybe get break dash back? Okay, well I have to kind of get the magfly before it leaves the screen, it seems. Okay. I guess I need to come back. That'll be good to have. Right, because I'll need to come back up here to make it so I can go ahead and grab break dash. Oh, but I also need to actually be down. I need to have it open so that way I can actually break open the path to it. Sends part of the puzzle pretty well. Good. Maybe I shouldn't have taken... Well, no, I needed to take the magfly out in order to actually shoot it. But if I did leave Ice Wall out, I could use that to platform back up to the button. So I guess that's an option. I don't feel like it's definitely gonna... I definitely don't feel like this is solving the second part of the puzzle. So, I don't know. I guess I'll just kill off the Curlinger in the corner here. Right, and so now it's just kind of trapped there. At the same time, I could literally just get rid of it this way. Like, it's going to crash into the wall, so... Yeah, so that didn't really solve much, keeping the button up like that. So I can definitely get back and forth without issue now, but now I've very much trapped myself. I wanted to get that token. Well, might as well just... Well, no, there's no point in completing the room without it. Oh, what if... Well, I mean, if I want Ice Wall over on the left side... Yeah, that's what I want, because Ice Wall's not necessary whatsoever to kill the Break Dash robot. I just land the Ice Wall over here on the left as part of future setup. I can then break the break dash block that leads to the exit, then come back and break this one and grab the Ice Wall. So that's what I need to do. I need to figure out how to break this dust block, which should be fairly easy. I can just shoot this guy out. Must win for all of monster kind. Or the Mega Man. No, I'm Crash. Bro, are you blind? Okay, so we want this. And for safety's sake, let's just leave this over here on the left. We don't pick it up again. Okay, so now... I guess I probably should have hit the button first, because I'm going to need this to come back up here, I think. Yeah, because now if I hit the button, then that would be forever... Blue would be forever off. And that means that I can't actually grab the break dash, so... One minor adjustment. Actually ride this thing up before killing it, and hit the block. Or hit the button. Alright, free the Magfly, kill the Curlinger. Freed the Magfly too early. Forgot about that. Oops. Kind of would normally just expect it to scroll back with enough time on off screen, but that doesn't seem to be how this level works. So. You can just leave Curlinger be. What, like up there? I mean, I guess I could do that for now. I guess there's no point in bringing it down that way. Well, I mean, I might as well, right? Like, no harm? Hopefully? Oh, well, I can literally just let it be down there. That's what you mean. Alright, take me up, Magfly. Mess that up. Okay. Okay, so now I want... Okay, I want to just destroy it while it's down. But wait, now... It doesn't reach that far down. It only reaches down one more block. Right? Like, that's not... Yeah, that doesn't work. Now I'm stuck down here. Okay, almost. It is longer than you think it is. Huh. So it actually goes all this distance? Oh, wow, it really does, huh? Alright. Well, that makes that significantly make way more sense. Not sure if I would have thought of that. I mean, maybe I eventually would have, but... Fair enough. Okay. Don't kill the Curlinger with Break Dash yet. Alright, sweet. Okay, that one felt a little bit more within reach than the other one. I guess it was more inventive thinking, like... I don't know, it felt easier to me just because Ice Wall is a little bit more of a tool than a weapon. But, good puzzle. Go with this section just because I think Shockwave can't reach that far. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just, a lot of it's probably just because Magnetic Shockwave is more of an obscure weapon from, the Mega Man series anyways, right? Like... It's not exactly a mainline weapon. Sure, let me hear all of Wily's dialogue. And we need Break Dash in order to leave, but the Molar who drops it can't be harmed by any weapon that can't pierce its shield. Token impossible. Sure, you can get the key with Break Dash. How are you going to go back to the exit? Yeah, alright. Alright, explaining literally everything, Wily. Stand to learn a little humility and recognize how I'm better than you. Okay. That is humorous. Versus the mainline weapons from Marvel's Capcom. Yeah, but I mean, that's probably why most people are not super familiar with its use. You know? People would probably be more familiar with its length if it was a mainline weapon. Okay, so what's the goal here? The key is that? Okay, well, I need Break Dash to get by. He's just there. I really appreciate how that, was it Ben? Big Ben? Big Benny Franklin? Whatever his name is from, Mega Man 6 doesn't turn around. That would just make it way more obnoxious to actually fight. Okay, but I need Break Dash to get past it that way, and this is a one-way platform, so there's not really much other option here. Token solution is stupid and fun. Stupid in a funny way, you say. Alright. I'm guessing I probably just completely screwed myself out of getting anything by not destroying that block, but let's just explore the room. That's just tokens. I need bubbles to get up there. That's just tornadoes. Probably water shield to get that guy out of the way. Alright, bubble helps me here. Like, love that. And if I had laser trident, I could get through here. Okay, so if I didn't... And that's just towards the exit, and I'm guessing that's where the key is going to be. So I had to come here first with laser trident, and then come back with break dash in order to make that work. And I would have had to kill you with laser trident if I came this way too. And what of the upper path? Not much I can really make out of it without the mobility tool. Okay. Okay. That's dumb. That is really dumb. It's not developer intended. Well, I could maybe give it the developer intended method for a second. I'm willing to entertain this. Okay, so bubble crab, take me away. Yoink. Tornado ready. You out. Come back with break dash. See what I can do with tornado blow later. Okay, know that I can't come back here now without getting trapped. We at least solve the puzzle. That might be makeable with tornado blow. Though I could just go around the other way. That's way simpler. I'm probably going to pay for not breaking that break dash block somehow, but we'll figure that out another time. Okay, take this down so that way I could get up here with the water shield. Oh, but now I can't come back this way. Okay, so we can do that. And, oh, I probably should have gotten you first with tornado blow, huh? Alright, well, not like I would have been able to come back anyhow. Because I would have been trapped on this side of the, on the left side of the wall here. But if I didn't, No, because I had to actually use laser trident to get to this side. There was no way to take out the tank enemy here without getting laser trident. We're going. I mean, I definitely have to do this and at least get the break dash available. Alright, well, I can't kill the crab yet. I have to keep him alive. Just wait on that. I mean, I know ice block is, or the ice wall is definitely going to be my ticket to, ice wall has to be either my ticket to making, no, because I can't get it without using tornado blow. So it's not my ticket to making the water shield block accessible. It's just my ticket to actually getting up to. Probably returning in some way. Pretty cool level. Yeah, it's an interesting. I mean, it's not exactly very Mega Man. It's just a puzzle level within. It's a very good puzzle level within the Mega Man sphere. It certainly kind of goes against, for me at least, this goes against what the puzzle or the contest mantra is meant to be like, but it is at the very least, you know, entertaining to play. I'll give it that. So I don't need to go back for the break dash yet. I guess that was my, that was maybe my folly. I can leave that there so I can come back and grab it on the way back. How are you doing today, Crash Icarus Nega / Ira team? You have a good day at work there? No, you just got off shift. Okay. Are you immune to that? Okay, that would have been weird if you were. That probably screwed me over though. Just testing if it was vulnerable tornado blow definitely screwed me over because I would want the ice wall down there. All right, once more. All right, I think I've got it though. I think this all makes sense now. I just have to get the break dash last and be golden. Here for that block, make sure the bubble crab is dead. He is. Okay, don't kill the curlinger. It's kind of miraculous that it's invulnerable to it when it's spawning in. That's how things work. All right, now get the water shield. Go up, blow that block up, get the ice wall. And unless I've completely misjudged the height of this, we should be good to go. Nope, perfect. Okay. Huh? Where did the key go? It was here when I spawned into the room, yes? Try again? That was weird. Be with you when you retried? Oh, I guess that counted even though I left the space and came back? It was definitely there just now when I passed it, so let's see if it despawns again for some reason. Okay. Okay, ice wall's ready there now, but I get solution down pat. Yeah. Somehow, so far, the first room was the most difficult one. The first puzzle room was the most difficult one, while this one is actually, you know, manageable, at least for my brain. I don't know why this block is here, but I will destroy it just because why not? Where are those? No? Okay. There. I thought some of those invincible blocks went away for some reason. Sweet. Alright. We might actually finish this level before it's way too late for me. Enjoying your struggles? I'll help you growl well enough. No. Change your mind later. Yeah, okay. Alright. Puzzle 4. Go. 3 bolts. Sweet. Okay. Good indicator. I need to have the blue. I need to switch the blocks. By the time I get over there. There's a laser Ben K that way. And That's a one-time jump up to that path. And I need Laser Trident to exit. Okay, seems probably the only way I'm going to be able to switch the orientation of the red and blue blocks is if I have Tornado Blow. That's good to keep in mind. I'm not sure what these two dust blocks are going to do. I guess if I use Tornado Blow, it'll lower him a little bit, but not sure how that's going to affect things. Maybe it'll put him exactly on the right level to shoot out. That's a good thing to test. Oh, right, I can't do it from that side because of that small block. Okay. Definitely something to that. Maybe he can actually activate the switch for me. Alright, so what other gaggle of characters is over here? Let the mag fly free! Whee! Oh, it's actually not a terrible idea. Okay, and then to get the key, I need to magnet and then spark chaser. Alright, well, might as well. I'm here. And we'll figure out why not to do that later. Alright, Curlinger. If I could tell that's the spark chaser enemy in the corner, so if I use Curlinger, I can actually get up there. Extremely slow version of this enemy. I love it. Anywhere the ice wall can be actually used? I don't think so. I don't remember seeing any place for it, so. Okay, well, I see the problem with this now. There's no way I can actually get back up. Well, no, hold on. I left the electric guy alive. If I make a tricky jump, I'm pretty sure that's just passable. It's probably not what I meant to do, or maybe even possible. Oh, no, that's definitely possible. It's just gonna require a lot of my patience. That their idea and did in reverse order. Yeah, I guess I could see that. There's no reason I have to get Spark Chaser second. It'll go right after the block on its own. Alright, yeah, I guess I might as well do that instead of trying to make this jump. Alright, gotta let the ice wall decay, get rid of you, take out your block. Come on, bring me up there. Alright, Magnet Shockwave, rid of this. One chance to make an easy jump. E, back. Alright, now for the second half of the equation. Just what the hell was I supposed to do back there with Laser Trident Boy? I mean, I'll look at it now. Probably have to come back later for something. So yeah, I need that to be hollow, and that's probably only achievable by making it so you fall down. So, what would make... Unless there's a Fan Fiend behind the water bubble crab. I never actually bothered to try that. I'll investigate that one real quick. So what's back here? Oh, absolutely nothing. Okay, I didn't look very hard. Getting a little hint happy there, Grim. Give me more of a time to actually figure things out. Okay, thanks, Spark Chaser. Just go after the wrong block again. Okay. Do this again. Come on. Oh, well, it would have helped if I had gotten rid of the dust blocks first. Maybe I can do this without completely ruining everything? No? Alright. Try. This level does get a little bit easier when I take on the mentality of just trying to solve it in reverse order. It was, I mean, it's a very simple and obvious thing to do when you're trying to solve logic puzzles, but, I don't know, for some reason it didn't click the first time around. Do that, take this here. Okay, well, now my options take into the end part there are Magnet Shockwave, Elect Beam, and Water Shield. I think I can fire Water Shield while sliding. That's the only one that might actually have that exception. And that would be useful for going upwards. Magnet Shockwave would get blocked by that puzzle block, I'm pretty sure. And Elect Beam definitely would, so that's not going to be useful. So yeah, let's... How do I miss with the biggest fucking attack possible? Alright, so yeah, let's just grab this. And then drop him. Oh, it's even tall enough just to reach up. Great. Sweet. Alright, well, that was solved. Pretty simply. Alright, and now final puzzle room. What do you gotta say, Wiley? I'm not explaining how brilliant I am. That's anytime somebody runs away from me after I give them chemistry knowledge without them asking. Oh god, gravity? Seriously? Didn't want to have to also deal with gravity flipping here. Yeah, this level by itself is a third of the stream on its own. That's probably a good indicator that you've maybe gone a little too far with your level. Even if it is neat, this is more of a, again, Mega Maker level of the week kind of edition, rather than Mega Good Mega Man level, in my opinion. Okay, so, well, I hope that guy wasn't important. I guess I can grab this thing now that I screwed it up. So I can also get rid of those blocks up here. And now Laser Trident's available. Okay, as a matter of fact, he was. Yeah, oops indeed. Just another casualty of war, I suppose. Alright, well, I'm not even halfway figuring out just what the hell's going on in this level, so I have to explore a little bit more before I even get an idea. I mean, I need Spark Chaser, and I need Tornado Blow. The key. Spark Chaser's down there, so that's pretty evident enough. I seem to not want to have gotten rid of the, Well, actually, hold on. No reason for me to have not wanted to gotten rid of the elect blocks when I could just do this. Ah, I see. I can't quite just do this, quote unquote. Oh, but wait, that did activate him. What if I just go all the way around? Okay, within reach. The most awkward weapon, I swear. Ice Wall was such a mistake. Okay, and oh, but now I can't get myself back up there. Alright. Oh wait, no, just blow that up. The level is starting to solve itself a little bit at this stage. I guess before I pick this up, I should maybe check what else I can do Spark Chaser on over here. If anything. Not you. The Fan Fiend's probably not really. A Spark Chaser. No, of course Spark Chaser doesn't want to do something intelligent. Why would it? Oh, and there was an opportunity for Ice Wall here. Okay, so I should probably reset and come back with that. I don't see what the next thing I would be doing with Break Dash is. Yeah, alright. Give it a retry. So wait, what I wanted to do was, yeah, I don't think, well no, I do I need to take him out to access that? No, I don't need to take out the electric stuff to access this. So I can just take out Ice Wall. I guess I would need to do it to, well no, because then I could also just come out with Laser Trident again. Oh, but then I do still need to come back out of here with Ice Wall so I can break open that one block. So I probably should make it so that way I can bypass Laser Trident. Okay, so blow you up. Anything else that... Oh, yeah. Do this with the Elect Beam as well, because, I mean, yeah, why not? You. I mean, I guess also, like, just actually get rid of you too. No point in keeping you around. You're easily avoidable now. Okay, this. Slide up here. Oops. Slide in here. That. Okay. Back down. Break the remaining block. Avoid the break dash. Alright, and then I don't think there's anything with reverse gravity up there that I can do yet. So if I did reverse, I could get up here, but I wouldn't be able to get past the tornadoes. There's no real point in doing that. Yeah. Okay, now I want to get the Spark Chaser. Okay, yeah, just breaking the blocks for swapping weapons. Okay. Alright, come on, gimme, gimme, gimme. I do like that somehow it seems like the programming managed to make it so Spark Chaser does have an affinity for chasing its own block before all of the other blocks. Spark Chaser has felt incredibly dumb in this competition, like literally in the sense that it doesn't know what it's doing, but it seems to be working, I don't know, a little bit better in this level. Maybe that's just my crazy notions of not actually watching it very precisely. Well, I guess there's no harm in no, there is harm in trying because I only have one shot at that gravity. And up, and I probably shouldn't have grabbed Break Dash yet. Oops. Yeah, I don't think there's a way around this. Oh, yes there is. Like a perfect jump to get past it. Nice. Okay, I can go back for my Laser Trident now. But wait, to what end? Oh no, because I do want to use Break Dash to get to the tornadoes. Right, that's what that first level taught me. Okay, yeah, so leave Laser Trident there for now. Grab this. Okay. Get... No. Deal with you last, because I'm probably going to end up being forced to grab the tornado. Tornado blow. Okay, so that's all I needed you for? Okay, so that way I can slide there, stand up, and, alright. I guess that technically blocks me from getting the bolts, but I don't care. Don't care about those. Okay, so... grab tornado blow. Okay, didn't need to stay upside down. Well, maybe I did. Oh yeah, because that gives me a place to stand up. I did want to stay upside down. I just unintentionally went right side up. Well, that sucks. Alright, try that again. So close. So close. I did not want to come up here yet, but I did so anyways. Yeah, saved it. Nice. Calculated. Meant to do that. Yep. Accidental foot touch led to disaster. Yeah, Laser Trident is purely bait. There's no reason for it in this stage. I do like that. It's good to actually have a little bit of bait. I think maybe that was what also really got me about the first level, which is actually, more that I think about it, the same kind of puzzle that would always get me in Baba Is You. When there was just so few elements to work with, like my brain just gets trapped in the few ideas that I know how to work with, but when you just throw a million things at me, it's like, yeah, I don't know, I'll find the signal and the noise somewhere. Oh, right, I wanted to... wanted to destroy that. But, yeah, now that it's kind of more like, yeah, you know, I can just go with the chaos, it's not that bad. Okay, I need to stop doing that. Think for a second. Do the solution you know that exists. The break dash enemy early, so break dash is in an inconvenient spot. Yeah, that's what we all want. An inconvenient spot for it. Oh, isn't an inconvenient spot. Sorry, the little emote thing on the chat window blocked that. Couldn't quite read it. Hey. Okay, so next I did this. Went up here. Grabbed ice wall. Slightly too far, ice wall. Excellent. Him down. Get myself down here. Right. Did I destroy the ice wall? I did not. Let me go do that. And then you wait an eternity for ice wall to melt. Come on. Don't keep me from Spark Chaser now. Okay, so wait a minute. There's nothing else left to do, right? I'm pretty sure there wasn't anything left to do. No, there wasn't. Okay, so now I'll go grab Break Dash. And get through this. No, don't fall for that. I almost fell for the bait of just taking out a sweet, delicious enemy. I mean, you see a fan fiend and you want to destroy it. That's just a natural inclination. Where am I gonna fall here? Okay, great. We did it. We did it, gang. Alright, so is there a climax to this level, or... Standing the fan was stressing me out? Yeah. Are we going to have the obvious streamer lose condition, or are we gonna have a sudden surge in brain cells? Can't believe you solved all the puzzles. I don't think I had to solve a single one. I should have stuck with what I know and just sent killer robots after you. Luckily, I have time to learn from my mistakes. Hidden ladder in the boss corridor. We'll go back for it. Oh, hey. It's Invincible Block Man. Oh, okay, it's kind of just a waiting game until it eventually destroys one. It's funny as a boss. I don't know if it's exactly interesting. These are basically just glorified projectiles. At least it's thematic. It does kind of have sudden jank movements in between phases, though. Not a huge fan of that. Okay, crab explosion. At least break dash is invincibility is being used to its full potential there, and so is water shields. See, that makes it a lot more interesting. You actually have to use the weapon for other than just the literal hitting purpose. That's nice. Don't think it lives up to the level. Not quite. I mean, certainly it's pretty hard to provide a challenge that's just as much as this level is. So. Oh, right, cheats on. Well, it's not going to change things. Okay, so hidden in the boss corridor. Let's see. On time, hour 4 minutes. And a few seconds. Oh, oh, no, I did have to... Oh, that's why you said boss corridor. Okay, I'm an idiot. Alright, I really want to run through all of these again? I think maybe I'll just leave that for another time. I'll find the secret on my own. Is it something you really want to see? If it is, I can go back and do all the corridors really quick. Just a dev room, nothing crazy. Alright, yeah, I'll come back for it on my own time then. Alright. I mean, in conclusion, it was fun, but not really what I'm looking for in a Mega Man level. It's, the comparison to Baba Is You will be made again because it is extremely apt in the same way it teases the brain and how you feel kind of dumb after you get a hint. I like the lateral thinking. It is great design for its own puzzle game using Mega Man assets. It is just not a Mega Man level, though, and that's my kind of main problem with it. It would not earn a disqualification from me by any means, but it would, you know, it does lower the kind of factor of like, okay, this is not what I'm really looking for in this contest. Unfitting, yeah. Still, it was actually, it was fun. It was a good opportunity to actually think. So, props to it for that. It just is very hard to rank among everything else here. And then the boss is a bit of a letdown. Whole fan game with this concept explored further. Yeah, true, it could be pretty good. Just, you know, Mega Man puzzle time or something like that. And Dr. Cossack is like maybe just trying to train you, so he gives you a bunch of different puzzles. I don't know. You can come up with a plot for it. A couple of days to clear 100%. Not a great thing for you. 5 distinct puzzles. Very different. I got more out of the weapons here than I have anywhere else because I'm a Buster snob and not afraid to admit it. And it's often satisfying to figure out the complete solutions. I particularly appreciate there's no real death threats. It makes the level into something purely cerebral. Fortunately, Mega Man is not a puzzle game. I stated previously, this is a couple days, longer than any other level in the contest, so wow, I fully expect this will be a bit Marmite, meaning love it or hate it. Oh, yeah. A single mistake on any solution can force you to restart the entire puzzle. Some of the mistakes aren't what you expect. In particular, killing Magfly while it's carrying you can trap you in midair. Didn't notice that. Soft lock that forces you to restart. I'm sure they probably fixed it. Additionally, somehow, I scrolled one of the keys off screen at least once, and that third puzzle has a very unorthodox bypass that I can tell wasn't intended. Beyond that, it's all puzzles with no real break for any action. Definitely to the level's detriment, as folks aren't playing Mega Man for puzzles. I'd even go so far as to say it doesn't belong in a contest like this. Although there is one part that's more akin to Mega Man Standard, the weapon block boss. It's certainly an unusual boss, has a decent concept, was a fun fight overall. The only issue I had was that the last two phases seemed to fire just a smidge too often. Well, you purposely have a weapon that's good for that, yeah. Of course, the boss isn't the focus of the level, and it's there to be the ending first and foremost. It's a very bold level to make. To some degree, I appreciate it. It's a bit too bold. The point feels out of place. Yeah, agreed. Scores are all over the place. Oh, hold on, what were they? They're a little all over the place. Shinryu was low, and then Flashman and Ace Spark were pretty high. Mick is a Buster Snob. I feel that my soul can relate. Yeah. I mean, for trying to go in blind, obviously you see me here. I try not to pull out the special weapons too much, but at the same time, I'm also not hesitant to do so when it's like, alright, I'm not fighting 7 Joes in a row. This is easily one of the most unconventional stages in the contest. Doesn't make it bad, though. Some variety here can make things stand out. The execution creates a very mixed to frustrating experience. If you're going through each of the rooms with the goal of just getting to the end, then you probably won't have too much trouble. Most of the solutions are pretty clear-cut. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have at least a bit of fun figuring out how to get through some of these rooms. Honestly, the process of getting the tokens in this stage reminds me a little too much of a certain point-and-click adventure game puzzles. Very obtuse solutions just to stretch out the game's runtime. I wouldn't go that far. When you suddenly realize it's not right, and you need to redo most, if not all of it. Discover a bug with a third room where, yeah, we saw that one. That we left it back, and we left it in the game. The comparisons to old school point-and-click adventures don't end there, as the tokens share yet another issue. So, you know, do the puzzles, you can probably breeze through them without much of a second thought. I mean, yeah, that's what a puzzle game is. But, you know, obviously Mega Man's not a puzzle game, circular logic, blah, blah, blah. Randomized puzzles, good god, no. The end boss doesn't feel well put together. It fires them out can look janky. Well, of course, it's meant to look cobbled together, but yeah, agreed, it's kind of a little antithetical to what's going on. When it fires up NKs, no animation or flip sideways for some reason. That was a little disorienting, yeah. I can't say I enjoyed it for certain. There's some potential. Trial and error really hurts it. I don't know. I'd say it still engaged me for the whole hour I was playing, so. I think whether you love it or hate it, the fact that the stage takes about an hour to complete on the first playthrough kind of makes it unfriendly for contests like this, and I say that as the fun bags guy. Yeah, no, I mean, marathon stages are universally kind of tiring. It's a lot. It's a lot to put on a player. Granted, the fact that you can just kind of quit and restart at any time, like, you can literally play this level, think about the tokens in the background while you play the rest of the game, and maybe it'll suddenly come to you. And that's how I think it's something like this is best approached. Yeah, this is more engaging than Hunter Tower. Very true. Row, the contest beneath. The concept for a level, like me some puzzles. Nice change of pace. These are infinite. Little touches like that definitely help a long way with things I expect to be stuck. Heavy on trial and error. I don't know. There was a lot more logic to it than I thought. Or than that statement leads on for me, at least. Switch in room 4. Room 3 is tucked away in the corner water shield block. Doesn't impact the order of how you get the weapons. Other than being a little bit of a mean gotcha moment. Yeah. Agreed. That's gonna be uncertain if some of the interactions are intentional. Room 3's Fan Fiend. It's still possible to kill him with the water shield without breaking the break dash block. Oh, well, that kind of ruins things a little bit. But I guess they made it as difficult as possible. Also seems to be an engine-related bug where you can switch back to the Mega Buster with both weapon switch buttons pressed down in the way of problem solving. Yeah, I figured there was a way to do that. I know I did it before, but I couldn't remember how. Every room other than the first one requiring at least 5 brains. This one, it's very taxing to get through the level. Yet I struggle with the first one the most, so go figure. see. It would have probably made the few later head scratchers less daunting to come into if the stage provided some more minor puzzle rooms. I mean, the earlier ones were kind of the tutorials, but regardless. It's the exciting things like a background, puzzle rooms make it a little bland. Yeah. Music is great. Probably the best thinking music you can get for this, honestly. And then the boss fight's pretty basic, kind of silly. It's fine. Ends the level on a more pleasant note. Yeah, it is kind of a good palate cleanser for something that was could be interpreted as overly serious. I just agree with Patchy about the tutorials. Stage does not need to be even longer. Oh god, yeah, that's an unintended thought that they probably had. That would have been terrible to introduce and make it take way too longer. I love special weapons. I love puzzles. I'm absolutely the target audience here. But as a judge, I need to consider how well the level teaches the basic skills and thought processes required to solve every puzzle. Okay. I recognize that my first playthrough, while thoroughly enjoyable, lasted 60 plus minutes, and 5 points of my fun score depend on how necessary a skip teleporter is. Fortunately, niceties are everywhere, from automatic health refills to a helpful but verbose hint system with plenty of character. Must be tackled in any order, easily reset. Safeguards against soft locking and other breaking. Way of tracking which rooms have been completed. I guess if you do them out of order, maybe it... Oh, no, he's just saying literally, like, if you forget which level one it is, then, like, you won't know. Which one you've done, you won't remember it. So anyways, pleasantly meaningless graphics, keep the focus on the puzzles. How in the puzzle rooms are totally appropriate music. Yeah, it could have helped keep it a little fresh, but, you know, it makes sense. It's one good theme. Just hard to find other good Mega Man themes that are good thinking music. I like that more complicated solutions are required to reach the tokens. There's some especially great moments with Tornado Blow, Water Shield, Ice Wall, and Fever Bubbles. The boss is passable, but I'm not sure the level even needs one. It needs a little bit of a palate cleanser. As a judge, I will tell you that I've given you the highest score I can justify based on my interpretation of the rubric. As a player, I will tell you that the best parts of this make my favorite level of the contest, and the rubric can take a hike. Good way of putting it. I love Flashman's portrait here. Live Flashman reaction. I know, right? It's... Am I crazy? Or is that, like, just very, very, very slightly different from Flashman's normal portrait? It is. It is. It's not, like... He's not actually frowning in that one. He has, like, 2 fewer black pixels. It's neutral. That's so weird. That's the only one that they actually bothered to edit it for. I love that so much. I might have to add a live Flashman reaction at some point. That would be a pretty good asset to have. Honestly, I'm thinking of maybe not making a clip this weekend. I'm kind of just burnt out a little bit on video editing. I might need to take a break, but I might find time to make a live Flashman reaction asset. Let's see, using the accessibility options I use, turn them off for this stage and this stage alone. With the portion of 1,000 Suns, I can honestly kind of love it. At least the puzzles and concepts, but I think it's hurt by the context in which it lies. Yeah, again. Much like everyone who decided they wanted to submit a Metroidvania as part of a contest compilation. This really does feel like the wrong place to put a concept like this. Puzzle design's on point. They're clever. And you can clear the standard progress puzzles with intuition once you understand what each room is asking of you. Getting the trickster tokens really requires outside-the-box thinking. Boss is unique too, a good cap to the end stage. Improvement made smoother transitions between phases. It's very easy just to get bodied by the boss. Yeah, I had that problem. Often where you are standing, and thus rather unfairly conks you. Hit invulnerability should have gone both ways here. Yeah, it would have been nice. Greatly improved on a fun, if simple boss. What's here had an entire game experience tailored to it, such as having the stages and rewards disconnected, with the option to expand the weapon set and therefore the puzzles. And for a truly unique fan game experience, I think it can go a long way. Plus, to be able to solve the biggest gripe I have with the stage, having to do the entire sequence of puzzles in one sitting. ask a lot of the player, it's rather draining. Yeah, that is definitely agreed. Even if you're just going for the pretty simple solutions, it would take a good while. It is possible to get yourself soft block in a few spots thanks to the magnet enemy. It's ultimately a minor thing, but the player should be prepared to use the retry function if needed. Hurt to the other judges and myself just due to context, and I honestly suspect that public opinion on the stage will be all over the place too. Is it a good level? Yes, it is, but it was probably not the right place for it though. Outside of the context of MaGMML, this could be fantastic. Yeah, agreed. It is, the rubric can take a hike as far as how good the level is, just not here. Maybe I'll make a clip of my own time IDK trying to practice my own editing skills on the side. I mean, I could always use a clipper to make it so that way I don't have to do a whole bunch of stuff. But you are not obligated to do so. I would oh hey, McWiley's, sweet. Oh god, there's still more tier 9. There's still more. Okay, there's not that much left, but it is 3 hours into what is normally a 2-hour stream, so we'll have to come back for that another time here. We'll visit the wonderful workers of McWiley's another day, so next week we'll come back, finish up tier 9, get into tier 10. Maybe the arena will unlock, and that'll be fun to take on, just so I can, you know, do the second half of that. But we'll find something else to do. Need to do something else to break up the levels. But yeah, see you next week, everyone. Have a good night, and thanks for tuning in. See ya.